I just want to know what your favorite color is.
I don't like color.
Hansen's middle of nowhere. Hansen.
Hansen.
That's your last name, isn't it?
It is.
Beck Hansen. So are you, in fact, the fourth oldest brother of the group?
Actually, the Hansen brothers, you know, I went up to Mount Fuji last summer.
In
a little
Japan.
retreat. Yeah, I was up meditating for a couple of weeks, and
Lucky you.
yeah, and I got to a point in the meditations where I was able to harness my 6th and 12th chakras.
Well done.
And even my 27th chakra.
There is not one of those.
And I was able to create these holograms that I was projecting from these chakras. And these are, in fact, the Hansen brothers. They're hologramic projections.
Right, I've never had an answer like that
From my
before.
groin.
Well, from your lower chakra.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so it's a
From
very
my
base
loins.
thing, a very base kind of group, and that's why people
They're
can relate to
essentially
them.
the fruit of my loins.
Beautiful.
Back here on 120 Minutes, I'm Thurston Moore of Sonic Youth, interviewing Beck, who's right here beside me. Beck, I sort of wanted to ask you some questions about, you know, where you're from and who exactly you are, and I can't seem to get any straight answers out of anybody who seems to know you, but what exactly is your real name? Is it Beck? Were you christened Beck? All right.
Sitcom, you know, they're coming in. You're gonna do the bass. No, you know the sitcom bass.
Oh, sitcom bass. You mean like
What's the sitcom bass?
what? Night Court?
Yeah, you know the sitcom.
Oh yeah, well he's got it better than I.
Seinfeld?
Played on your computer, yeah.
You can't play sitcom bass?
God, you're fired. I'm out of here.
We've been all over. We just got back from Europe for the 4th or 5th time this year.
How was that?
It was good. We had one little mishap. We were in Portugal, and there was we'd heard about absinthe, which is a liqueur, a drink that's illegal here and in most countries, probably for good reason, because when you drink it for about 4 or 5 days, it makes your whole taste buds and your smell and your whole being feels metallic and like aluminum. It's the most horrible feeling in the world. So besides that little escapade, it's been pretty smooth.
I want to ask you about Guerro and the fact that the recording process, from what I understand, pretty much mirrored your wife's pregnancy exactly. Is that right?
Yeah, it's true. It was pretty
Wasn't
much
planned that
neck
way,
and
I take
neck. Yeah, she won.
Yeah?
I was trying to give birth first, but.
Right.
First of all, congratulations, Grammy nomination. That's got to be really.
Yeah.
That's a cool thing for your CD. How do you find out? Do you get up early in the morning and is a phone call? Is there a telegram?
I guess they announce it in the news or something.
So you're just reading the paper and you're like checking the weather and I'm
on the
getting a
internet.
Grammy.
Yeah.
And when you're traveling in the United States, do you notice regional differences still remaining in cities, or have things become so homogenized as to not be apparent?
There is similarities, but probably more between countries. In America, I'd say, yeah, the South still got the Southern thing. The North still got the Northern thing. I had these neighbors who lived downstairs from me, and they were a gay couple of truckers. One of them was from Georgia, and the other one, I don't know where he was from. And the one from Georgia, he had a huge beard, you know, and he was pretty coked out. And he would come home and just fall into these just days and days of debauchery and imbibing much alcohol and substances, and after about the 3rd or 4th day, it would end in a brawl, you know, the two of them together. And there was one final one where things really came to blows, and I was recording the song upstairs. I lived upstairs from him. And I couldn't even, I was trying to play, and their arguments were so much louder than my music. I just stopped playing, and I recorded this long tape of them arguing, and then finally, you know, we didn't live in a very good neighborhood, so we had a front door, and then there's another door that's steel, you know? So the one with the beard got locked outside. You know, the other one pushed him outside and he locked the steel door. So he went in the back and found an axe and he was trying to chop down the steel door, and the whole building was shaking and they were screaming the most insane things. It was really like poetry almost. And I was really disturbed by the whole thing. The other guy finally came out and they were both fighting with axes, you know, like some crazed modern Vikings or something, you know, in battle. And then the other one went up and down the street and smashed all the car windows, and there was ambulances and fire trucks and people were bleeding, and, you know, it was a mess.
It's funny, my kids, they like the stuff I did when I was starting out, you know what I mean?
Like MTV Makes Me Want to Smoke Crack?
Well, I don't know if they've heard that one yet.
So people get to make their own CD covers.
Yeah. So there's a surprise when you open it up.
Now, does this has gotten you in, well, not in trouble, but banned in England or something from the charts?
Yeah, they banned us because it was an unfair incentive.
Yeah. Open, and my first, I remember we were playing with them at a festival in Norway, and they were riding down a hill on deck chairs, like literally sort of swallowing down. That was my introduction. And we had a 3-hour badminton match.
Oh my God.
After that, so that's what happens backstage.